Hi all, welcome back. If you've been here before, if you're new, welcome for the first time. Ignore how like crazy my hair looks. It was wash day a few days ago, so we're just working with it. Today I thought we would start market prepping because it's the middle of February and I know if I don't start now, I am not going to be ready when May, June, July rolls around. So hopefully I will get a good stock going these next few weeks, and who knows? We'll see what happens. Today I want to make a few things. I want to make something new. So I want to make wasp nest decoys because I used them one time at my uncle's house when I was staying there over the summer one year. And it literally worked. Like, the whole idea is that you put up a decoy wasp nest, and wasps are very territorial. So if they think that another clan is already, like, hidden out there, they're like, okay, cool. All right, that's your territory. We'll go somewhere else. So all you have to do is, like, hang up a fake wasp nest, and then wasps go away because they think someone else is there. So I used that a couple summers ago, like in 2022 or 2023, and worked really well. So I ended up gifting him one at the end of the summer, and he goes, whoa, yours comes pre-stuffed, because he had purchased one before on Etsy and it didn't come stuffed with the plastic. So I've been saving plastic when I order like online, and you know how like you order clothes and it comes in the plastic bag and it also comes in like its own individual bag. So if you order like 10 things, you end up with like 11 plastic bags. I'm not throwing that away. I pay to go to the dump. So I've been saving it. And I have this giant Old Navy bag just full of plastic that I'm going to stuff in these wasp nests. Because then all you got to do is just hose it off if it gets dirty. Like, it's yarn. It's not going to do much. So I have, where is my yarn? Oh, there it is. I have this yarn. It's like a nice natural color. Like, it's just the basic loops and threads or Karen 1 pound. I think it's the loops and threads large one. Could be a Karen though. It doesn't have the label on it anymore, and I don't know when I got it. So we have this yarn. I'm going to use a 6mm crochet hook to start because the pattern calls for a 7, but I remember the last time I made it, the 7 was too big and it showed the plastic through. So if I put like blue plastic in it, the blue showed through, and I'm like, I think the wasp would catch on to me with that. I have my pattern pulled up and I am just going to go for it. I think I want to start by just making one as like a prototype to see how I like it, see how much people think I could sell it for, because that's what I do. I ask people in my life, I'm like, how much would you buy this for? And depending on who I ask, I get answers from like, I don't know, $10 to like $40. If I ask my sister, she goes, you should just give it to me. Love you, Elle. You don't need a wasp nest though. So I am gonna go for it. Wondering if this 6mm is too big. Like, can you see my thumb through that? Yeah, you can totally see through it. But I think I'm just gonna keep going with it and see what this one looks like and let this one be the prototype, and maybe size down to like a 5.5 or a 5 for the next one, if the plastic shows through too much. So we'll see. So I have my bag of plastic with me. Like, this thing is dense. I've been collecting it for a while. So where'd my project go? You're on it. I'm gonna start stuffing this with the plastic and making sure that my address isn't on any of it. Yeah, that has my address on it. So I'm just gonna write my address off all of these. Stuff up this. Actually, do I have scissors? Let me just. You can't see that, but my address is ripped off, and I just take the plastic and I shove it in here instead of using polyfilm, which would just get gross outside. I use recycled plastic instead. So we don't even need that much, because you can see how that already filled out most of it already. So now I'm gonna find a little piece, like an outside of a paper towel roll. Yeah. Why throw it away when you can stuff it in a wasp nest eventually? And like, just random crap can just go in here. And it's all clean. Like, I didn't use any food plastic, if that makes sense. Like plastic from food, like containers. Oh, this is my medication thing. This has my name on it. Let's rip this off. Okay. I don't think anyone's gonna be like cutting these open for my information, but at the same time, like, can't ever be too safe. I don't want my strangers to like know where I used to live. It's not my current address. My parents still live there though. So yeah, now I'm just gonna close this little guy up and then add like ties on it. And we're good to go. Okay, so hold on. There is our finished wasp nest. You can see it's got two little things to hang it. And you can like shape it any which way you want. Like if you want it to just be like basic wasp nest, like that. Do you want it a little bit funkier to really scare them away? I don't know. Make it funky. So yeah, you just put this around something and tie it in a little bow. So you can hang it from like a tree, from a porch corner. And there you go. Little faux wasp nest. But you can kind of, yeah, you can totally see the plastic through it. So I think I'm going to go down to a 5mm hook for the next one and just give this one to my Nana. So I just made buckets. Sorry if the lighting is out of control. I need to get better curtains for this room, but I just haven't either bought any or made any yet. So here we are. It's been a couple days and I want to actually finish up this video and post it because I got a lot done in those few days. So I'm not gonna put the faces on these guys, just because I'd like to do that at the end when I have like a million and do them all at once. But I have little cats that I have created, so they get little noses, whiskers, and eyeballs. And then I have these guys. I have one more of this to finish up, like this color. But I need to find my 6mm crochet hook, and apparently I don't have a single 6mm hook in this entire house. I've been looking for like 20 minutes and I can't find one. And then I have these little guys that need to be stuffed still. So I think I have about 5 of them. Yeah. I got 5 guys that need to be stuffed and get their tails on them. And if I want, I have like this much orange left. I still have a decent amount of orange. So I'll go over there. And then in this bag, yes, this bag, I have my mess of this yarn. It really exploded on me the other day. So I'm hoping the hook is in here somewhere. If not, I have no clue where it is. It might be like out in my car or something. And if it is, then I can't finish any of these cats. Dude, where is this hook? Well, anyway, moving on to the next part of this, I think. Yeah, it is not in here. So it's either tangled up in all this yarn. No, it is definitely not. I don't know where I put it. That's just so frustrating when you're almost done. Like, I'm not almost done with this, but I'm almost done with all those other cats. And this is what this guy looks like. He's a little small, but he's cute and we love him. Maybe, ooh, I haven't checked in years. Oh, are any of these a 6 millimeter? That's a 5. I do need a 5 to finish the wasp nest. That's a 7. Yes, I can finish these. Okay, so give me a second. So I have my big old box of stuffing. It's honestly, I've worked through a lot of this in the last year. I think I got it last spring when I started making amigurumi, and you can see how much I've used of it, I think. So I'm gonna get to stuffing, but before I do that, I do want to show off these wasp nests. I've lost the other 3 I made. There they are. They're on the floor. Hold on. Okay, so I have these 3 little wasp nests. You can see like kind of how realistic they look. I mean, if I was a wasp, I'd be tricked and I wouldn't want to set up my house near one of these guys. That's all I have to say. So yeah, you can hear like it's plastic in there. So I left the plastic in my car. I've made those 3. I just need to get the strings put on this one and close up the hole. So I'm gonna do that right now, just with you real quick. And then I'll have 4 wasp nests done in a week, which I think is pretty good. Like, I was thinking I want to have maybe like 10 made up. I don't know how much I want to sell them for, but I do want to list them on my Etsy that I want to launch. So I'll put them both on Etsy and use them at my markets as one of my items that's like, I don't know, more practical rather than like a cute little stuffy. So it's like a whole different audience, I guess, for this product. And I'm like all about widening my audience, I guess. So I do have this much yarn left and it's making it quite difficult to work with. I'll deal with that when I get to it. Okay, so now I'm just doing little double crochets. If I remember, I'll link the pattern to this in the description. I do change it up a little bit. She suggests to use a 7 millimeter hook. I use a 5 just because I don't like seeing the plastic. I don't know if her tension is tighter than mine or if I have like yarn that's not the right size, but she said weight 4 yarn in the description, so I don't know. I use a 5 millimeter. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so, and then when I go to close it, I think I do the ties different than her. I make a chain, slip stitch down the chain, make another chain, slip stitch down, and then like tie it together in the middle and then hide it in my project, like the end string. So I think she just chains and makes a loop maybe, but I like where you can tie it rather than just have it on like a loop because that makes it easier to put up from what I've learned. I've made them both ways and I like them better when I can tie them up. So that's what I'm doing. And just like that, the wasp nest is done and I just need to make the ties. So I'll be back in a second with 4 done wasp nests. This is exciting. I got it done. So it's got its little string. You can put it around like a tree branch or something. Tie it up, give it a little knot. And even has a loop or around something if you want. I don't know. And now, let's see. I have 4 little wasp nests for sale. I'm gonna put this right into my market items. I have a whole bag of market stuff right here, so it can go right in there and it can get tallied when we get closer to market day. So now I think my goal is to stuff these other guys, get their tails on them, and actually, oh, no, they don't have faces on them yet. I can't put them in the container until they get faces on them, so they're just gonna go back in the bin for now. But I have my stuffing, I have my cats, I have my yarn, and I have a 6 millimeter hook, which I hope, No, it doesn't seem, it kind of slips a little bit. This style I've learned, I don't know what brand it is, but this one specifically, like the hook doesn't stay in there and the grip starts to come off. So when I'm crocheting with like amigurumi and stuff, I'm really like working on the hook and they like to come undone on me. So I've learned to not use these ones as often, but we're desperate, okay? We're desperate. I have them all stuffed. They need tails. So I have all these guys and all these guys to put tails on. So we'll do that real quick. I'm gonna do my orange guy first, just so I can get this orange yarn off my table, because I'm sick of it sitting here. So yeah, these are my little loaf cats. I usually sell them for about $15 just because they take me a little while to finish up. Like the actual pattern itself is pretty simple, but the finishing details is really what gets me. Like the tail and the face and all that good stuff. Okay, we'll put the tail like here. Put it here. I always second guess where to put the tail. But yeah, this is it. I'll show you this little process and then I'll come back when they're all done. But I literally, all I do is just chain, single crochet down, and then slip stitch back to the body of it. Oh, I didn't count this. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's just dangling. He's just hanging out. But yeah, I really love when it's market prep season. Like, this is only the second season of markets I've done, but I'm learning to really, really love this time of year, like the getting ready phase, where like, it's not where I have to restock necessarily. I'm building up an inventory at first. So I'm hoping to make a whole ton of stuff that I can use all season. Who knows, maybe I'll sell out at like my first 3 markets and be like, oh no, I need to make more. But I mean, that's best case scenario. Okay, now all I do is just tie these ends together really, really well. And then I take my hook, shove it in my guy, and I just pull these ends into, ta-da! He's done! Into the basket he goes. 4 more to finish, but I can at least get this yarn in there. And I can take a little break. So I'm a liar. I definitely lied. I did not get... Sorry I'm talking quiet. Zach's sleeping in the other room and I don't want to bug him. Anyway, I have a couple more things that I finished up for market prep this last week. Because I totally did not finish and edit this video last week when I wanted to. Maybe even 2 weeks ago? How long has it been? Who knows? I have this little guy. He's a little dinosaur. I sell these guys for $35. So from the front, you really can't see his eyeballs. But he's done. Like, totally done. Nothing left to do with that guy. And then let me figure out what else is in my mystery bag. Okay, so besides the dino, we also have 2 more unfinished cats with tails and everything, but that brings our final cat count to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cats. Heck yeah, I love to hear that. So I'll just put those faces on when we get closer to market season and I have way more cats to do, because I hope to get maybe around 20 made up, because I have a couple more in the bag. So between an Etsy and markets, it's good to have multiple things, and I'm hoping to start an Etsy soon. So stay tuned for a video where I launch an Etsy, because my goal is to have it launched by April 1st. We'll see what I get done. I also have this plant hanger that still needs to have the ends woven in, but you can see when it gets stretched out, like these little, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, the little diamond motif. So we have this guy. I don't know how much I'll sell that for. Maybe like 10. Who knows? And the last thing I have is this bag. So I have the bag. You can see it's a cute little, like literally tiny. Like it's a small little bag. And I have the strap for it. And I also, in fact, have the lid, like the flap finished with a little buttonhole. So I just need a button and to sew this on, leave in some ends, and we are good to go. My very last like plushie thing is this squid that I haven't finished up yet. So you can see like his little body. I have 1 or 2 more squids. I think I made 2 or 3 last year, and I know I sold 1 for sure. I just like making them. And then we have his little, technically not anatomically correct, but squids have like different arms compared to their tentacles. So he's got 2 little arms that hang down a little bit lower than his tentacles. And then once this guy is stuffed and has some eyeballs in him, he'll look something like this. You can kind of see. He'll be cute. And I will finish that up at a later date because I'm getting this video posted. I think that's it. Other than the wasp nest and whatever else I made that I forgot, that's about it. I'm going to start editing this video and we will see what I complete. Stay tuned for possible market vlogs. I don't know how I feel about recording in public yet. So you might get some clips here and there of like my market setup this spring. My first market is May 2nd or May 3rd. So I have less than 2 months now. Whoa, I have less than 2 months now to prep for these. Okay, I'm gonna kick it into high gear. So thank you so much for watching my video. If this was the first video of mine that you watched, I hope that you stick around for another 1 or 2 down the line. I'm hoping to post every other week. We'll see if that happens. I've said this before and it has not happened, but feeling a little bit more motivated now. Now that the nice weather is out, it makes me want to like create things. So I think that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.